just did the x-ray for my thoracic spine. I've just been having like so much pain. The back pain started like a couple weeks before my son was born, and then during labor my back pain was like horrific, and then after he was born I was still having pain, and then more recently it's just kind of gotten like a lot worse. Like when I hold him, sometimes it feels like my back is literally going to break in half, just because like I don't know if it's the repetitive motion or what. Sometimes it feels like bone on bone, so I don't know if it's like a cartilage issue or something like that, but all my joints have been hurting. And I know previously I had knee issues where the x-ray showed degenerative changes, so my doctor did write as a diagnosis that it could potentially be degenerative joint disease, so we're getting that checked out. So not necessarily that it's like my son's fault or anything like that, because I had some prior issues going on, but right now my ankles have been burning, so I don't know if that's like a separate thing to like sprain them again or something. My shoulders have been hurting, my wrists, my hips, and like low back type thing, and then the area and like my back of the thoracic where it's mainly hurting, I sometimes get like hot or cold sensations or like tingling a little bit. Today I had a little bit of like a numbness type of feeling. So I haven't really experienced that before, or pain in that area. And then I'm also having some like neck pain and neck stiffness, and then in general my torso is feeling a little bit stiffer and harder to kind of twist. So in the meantime, the doctor said to try to avoid lifting and twisting as much as possible, which is really hard taking care of a child. So he was like, wishing me the best of luck, but he doesn't know how much I can do to avoid all of that. And depending on how the x-ray goes, he wants me to start physical therapy 3 times a week. So we'll see what it says. So it's about 2.5 weeks later, and the x-ray came back within normal limits. So the next step was that my doctor sent me for physical therapy. So I had to wait to get an appointment, and last night I went for the first evaluation, and the physical therapy doctor believes that it's some sort of disc issue, possibly like a herniated disc or something. So right now I'm just like in a lot of pain. I'm having a lot of trouble getting out of bed. I was up earlier, I had to change and feed my son, and now I've just kind of been hanging in bed just in pain. I tried to go back to sleep, but just really hurting a lot. So last night we went for the evaluation. The doctor just checked everything out and asked about like if I was having leg pain or anything like that. And so I did mention about, and when she was going through and kind of checking the leg, the strength and all that, she said the strength was good, but as far as like I was having the burning pain, I was having ankle pain again, and then some burning pain in my thighs, and then I was having pain from my lower back all the way up to my neck, shoulders again. And the hardest thing was she just asked me to basically lay flat on my stomach, and she was just checking different areas of the spine, and the pain was just, it was pretty unbearable. It started radiating to different areas of the back, and we ended up she put some pillows underneath my like hip area to kind of like bend me a little bit. It seems that when I'm straight, it's just so hard for me to get back up, and the pain is just super bad. So she said it's most like a disc problem. Whenever I am bending forward, it's really hard for me to straighten back up. A lot of times I get kind of stuck. So when I was flat, I got kind of stuck for a little bit, and then just bending forward, it was kind of hard to straighten my back up. So the goal right now is for me to practice with my posture. A lot of times when I'm feeding the baby, I'm bending forward a lot. So just practicing with that, and then trying to just get straight. And so after that, trying to do some sort of like back bend type things where I'm able to progress. But in the meantime, just trying to get straight without having pain will be great. And she did give me some little things to practice for that. So right now I'm just a little concerned with how I'm going to be able to get through the day. I want to be able to lift my son as much as I can and play with him normally, and right now it's just a struggle to do all that. So I'm just praying that the rest of the day will go okay. They'll be able to work through this. I don't have pain all the time. Like a lot of times I'll wake up in the morning and I feel fine, and then as the day goes on, just lifting my son more and doing more throughout the day, I have a lot more pain. So right now she said it's okay to do some walking as long as I'm doing well with my posture, but I shouldn't be doing normal exercise activities as I would be doing. So that's the update for now. An MRI would show what's going on with the disc or whatever back issue that I'm having, but the thing is, it's very costly to get an MRI, so there's a lot you have to do first to see if those things work before insurance will approve that getting covered. So I'm going to be seeing her 3 times a week, so we have that all scheduled out for the next several weeks, and I guess we'll see how it goes from there. I also wanted to mention that I've been feeling super nauseous, so I don't know if it's the pain doing that or if it's like some sort of nerve that's being pressed on or something like that, but that's been happening too. All right, as you can see, I'm out of bed. As much as I'd like to stay in bed, I can't, and also it's not good for my back for me to stay there anyway. So I already did one of my exercise things I have to do, and I'm trying to work on my posture. So this is one of the sheets I have for posture, for what I have to practice. So the top one, the physical therapy doctor told me that I looked like the slumped one when I was sitting in the chair, which is funny to me because I was actually trying really hard to sit up straight, but it was so painful. And I've definitely been slouching forward a lot, so I'm trying to work on that. And if you can see, the guy has a lumbar support backrest thing in back of him. So she gave me information for where I can get one. So this top one is what she wants me to order. I can get it off of Amazon. There's one other site, McKenzie lumbar roll. And the doctor I'm working with, she said she's McKenzie certified or specialized or something like that. This is my home exercise program. So the top one is what I was talking about earlier, but she said to put the pillow under my hips when I'm doing it. So that's because it's hard for me to go completely straight. So initially have the pillows underneath. I could start with 2 and then remove down to try to get as straight as I can without having pain. That's the goal. And then once I'm able to progress, doing sort of like a little back bend type of thing there. And then if I'm bending forward a lot, she said to do like a standing extension. So start off by doing a standing extension just a little bit before I have to bend over to do something, especially if I have to bend over for a while, like if I'm trying to clean the dogs or something, and which I'm not going to be doing very soon, but when I do have to do that, this will help a lot. And then after I'm bending over, try to counteract it with a little bit of an extension as well. So this is what I'm working on. I already did one of the flat things, McKenzie prone line progression things, earlier today. She said to try to do it multiple times a day. And yeah, so we'll see how things go, and hopefully it'll get better fast. She seemed to have confidence. So I did ask if it is a herniated disc, does it usually work out with physical therapy that will make it better? Do people ever have to use surgery or something like that? So she said that sometimes they do need surgery, but hopefully with the physical therapy, we'll be able to avoid that. So that's my goal. And I'm hoping that this will all be able to get better and that I can get stronger, because my son is going to get heavier. So I need to be able to be stronger, so that way I can do things with him, so I can lift him as needed and be able to do heavy chores and whatnot around the house. I haven't really been walking the dogs because they pull so much and that hurts my back. So I'd like to be able to do more things with them as well. Yeah, so that's the goal for right now, and hopefully things will get better soon. And then lastly, she did mention how when you're pregnant, you produce something called like elastin, where it makes your joints looser. So now that I'm not pregnant, my joints have stiffened up a lot. So that's something that's also contributed to some of the pain that I'm having in my joints. So until next time.